Annie here with Sound Booth Theater. Jeff is shaving his face. So I decided to start the broadcast since it's 5 p.m. I guess I could put these on. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm like a child who wanders into the middle of a movie. Um, so how are you today, sir? In the lower right corner of my
I'm
screen.
good, thanks. How about you?
I'm good. Um, Yeah, I just went for a nice little run. It was kind of hot, and then I showered.
Mm.
I think
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going to be reading something later to on the program too.
oh, probably not mine. All mine are male characters. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's pretty hot here too in Florida. It's like one. Oh wait.
Uh, man, that heat. I guess it's good for the skin.
I don't know. I don't go outside, so
Well,
the outside's overrated.
yeah, the outside's got lots of toxins.
People. Ugh. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what I'm talking about. JF. Your innumerable fans await you.
I'm sorry. I had to get the scruffle buff off of my face.
Scrufflebuff. See you guys soon.
Hey y'all. How's it going? Did Annie tell you what this show is? This is Sound Booth Theater Live, by the way. And we are joined. Wait, hold on. Can't play on my Kindle. Okay, so Jonathan Brooks is supposed to be joining us along with Darren Hultberg, who's already here, and we're reading his book first. But Jonathan Brooks says, "Okay, so I found the web-based version of Hangouts, but did he show up? By the way, did he?
Not that I know.
Okay, I found the web-based version of Hangouts, but I can't access the Play Store on my Kindle. So I literally ran over my phone yesterday with my car, and I haven't gotten a new one yet. So, what's that?
Sorry, that was my phone.
So I don't know what the hell that means. Like, is he saying he doesn't have a computer? I'm going to ask.
Sounds like it.
You don't have a computer? That's with 2 O's instead of a U. Trying to be as technical as possible about this. So thank you guys for joining the show. We have 3 excellent requests today, which I again have neglected to pop up the images for, so you'll just have to bear with me for a second. The first one we will be doing is The Slayer litRPG Saga, Aether Online Book 1 by Darren Hultberg. Screen share time. There's The Slayer. It's got a pretty dope cover, by the way.
No, thanks.
So yeah, it looks like some Dark Crystal shit going on at the bottom here.
It's actually a familiar. Yeah, one of the key components of the book is players can summon like multiple familiars, and depending on the type of them, like nature familiars can let you transform into different things, or like valor familiars let you form into weapons, things like that. So that's one of the key things of the book.
Huh, that's really cool. I love familiars. I think that's one of my favorite things about role-playing games is having a familiar.
Yeah, I wanted to go for like kind of like almost like a Pokemon-esque feel, like because like they can have up to 6 different familiars and like they can channel their spells through them and different things like that. So.
All right. Well, that's our first book for today. Our second book. Okay, so apparently Jonathan Brooks does not have a computer with a camera or a phone. Oh, let me close all these private messages. Oh my god. You guys are spying on me. How dare you? All right. All right. Our second book will be The Station Core by Jonathan Brooks. And this also has more of a Dr. Seuss look to it. And I'm regretfully Jonathan will not be able to attend in voice chat. However, he is, I think, on the YouTube chat. Let me look up that video so we can have a Sound Booth Theater liveception going on. Ah! No. How you guys are seeing what I'm seeing within what I'm seeing. This is fucked, guys. Okay, there we go. Oh man. All right. Let's get it. Oh my god, no, this is way worse. All right. So Station Core, that's going to be our second read, and then our third read by the famous Lise Eclaire, Rush to Level 0. And this is a Royal Road title. This is also a cool cover, but this is super low res because it's on RRL. So yeah, that's going to be our last read, and I'm thinking it's going to be female. Hold on. It looks like it's third person, but there's a hot chick on the front, so I'm going to have Annie read this one. She'll be back soon, guys. Ah! Okay, so wow, still smells like freshly showered Annie in here. Okay, so what is? Tell us more about your book, brother, The Slayer.
Okay, yeah. So the main character, Adam, it takes place in the near future. He gets trapped in a full dive VR MMO game. The class he chooses is Slayer. Obviously, that's the name of the book. So, but one of the unique things about the Slayer class is it specializes in taking down stronger opponents. So he takes it as a kind of an idea to get ahead. And then they find out they're trapped in the game, and it revolves around him, gathering other friends and trying to find a way out of the game. Like I said, one of the unique things about the book is it's called Aether Gate Online because the world that they're in is covered in this substance called Aether, and the Aether is what they use as components for their spells, their skills, and then the Aether can also transform into living beings called familiars that they then use, as I explained, to create weapons or abilities. So.
Cool. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds like a lot of action, lots of different opportunities to use stats because
Yeah, it's this stats. It's kind of light stats.
Light stats.
Yeah, it's got stats or light stats though, and then it's got a a lot of action, a little bit of romance and stuff. It's pretty clean though. There's some cursing, but not a ton. So.
Okay. Well, let's get to it then. PDF downloading now.
All right. Yeah, the chip.
All male characters?
Yeah, there's just a few characters. The chapter I submitted takes place a little ways into the game where he's training with his mentor, Keldon, and he's trying to learn the ability Shadow Shift, which is where he can almost teleport across shadows, become ethereal.
Okay, let me get rid of my stupid advertisements. All right, main character Xander, Darkblade, male, 18 years old. Supporting character Keldon, male, mid-30s, arrogant. All right. You want any accents or anything? Any other stuff before we get started?
No, as I said, Xander just has a 18, just normal male accent, and Keldon, he's just a little older, so his accent may be a little deeper.
Gotcha. All right. In an effort to hasten Xander's training, his mentor Keldon has trapped him in a chamber full of bloodthirsty undead. The only way out, unlock the elite skill, Shadow Shifting. All right. The undead marched in my direction, limbs outstretched, their yellowed eyes with this ravenous look about them that made my skin crawl. There was a lot of these creatures, a whole lot, and they all shared a hunger for flesh. You can do this, I reassured myself, burying my anger for Keldon under layers of resolve. The first of them trudged in, a zombie several levels lower than myself, greenish skin hanging from an already cracked skull. A quick scan revealed that most of the creatures were of a mediocre power level. It was the number of them that frightened me. Still, I put my hand out, summoning Nevermore into my grasp before banishing the creature with a strike that split its skull the rest of the way. A second zombie took its place, reaching for me with its bony fingers. I staved the creature off with a boot to the chest, then lopped off its head with a horizontal slash. You can do this, I thought to myself once more, though this time I really believed it. Another pair of undead assailants approached from either side. I shifted to my right, activating Lunging Strike as I propelled forward and slammed Nevermore through the zombie's eye socket. The creature stumbled back, pulling me with it as I struggled to free my blade. That damned sword was lodged in there tight. A searing pain shot through my side as I pulled my blade free. I shuddered away as the zombie from the left sank its teeth into the flesh, covering my ribs. Angered, I bashed the pommel of my sword into the creature's head until brain oozed out and the thing fell to the ground, lifeless. "Oh, that is not good," Keldon said with a mocking tone. He was watching from the other side of the gate with Razor and Zernice on either side of him. Razor wore a look of helplessness on his reptilian face. Damn it all, why couldn't that Drake have gotten himself trapped in here with me? I sure could use his help. "Get me out of here, Kel!" I yelled, staving off an approaching zombie before sinking my blade into another. "Get yourself out!" he barked back, now with an edge to his voice. More pain as a zombie that I had thought slain rose and sank his teeth into my calf. I nearly fell to the stone, but that would surely mean death. Instead, I used Illusionary Strike to make a brief apparition of myself and slip away, cutting down one of the undead as I fled. The distraction didn't last long, and soon I had a dozen more undead stalking me down once more. They were never ending. "You're in worse shape than I thought," Kel quipped, leisurely leaning against the gate now. "What the hell are you talking about?" I yelled, racing along the perimeter of the chamber as the mob closed in. "I mean, you're so damn choppy with your movements. Strike, reset. Strike, reset. That's not how you fight, kid. It's how you die." I tried to listen to what he was saying, but the zombies had reached me again. I used Double Strike, downing two of the creatures with a quick succession of vertical slashes, but it wasn't enough. A third creature lurched forward, raking claws across my chest that tore through leather and ripped at my skin. I growled in pain, slapping the creature away with a sloppy sword strike. It didn't matter. They just kept coming. "Stop thinking about it so much, kid. Let your instincts take over." Kel's voice sounded a bit desperate. I backpedaled till my back pressed against the cold stone wall, breathing heavily from growing exhaustion. What was left of my health bar had turned a sickly green color. Affliction, more than likely. The undead were almost on top of me once more. I needed to do something. Maybe a lunging strike towards the back of the pack, then back away with an illusionary strike and... No, damn it all, this wasn't working. My hands began to tremble. I cowered back. I wasn't a warrior anymore. No, I was just a frail, scared little boy in over his head. I was going to die alone in the sewers. "Xander!" Keldon yelled with ferocity, briefly grabbing the attention of the approaching shamblers. His voice echoed through the chamber, so powerful, so commanding. That name. It was the name I had given myself when I started this journey. It was the name with which I would build a legacy on in this world. That name didn't belong to a weak little boy. No. Xander Darkblade was the name of a slayer. It felt like something clicked inside my mind, as if his call to action had flipped a switch inside of me. My grip steadied, my posture straightened. I picked myself up off the wall, battered and bloodied, and leveled my sword at the creatures. My muscles twitched, propelling me forward into the crowd of flesh-eaters. I swung Nevermore in a wide arc, cutting down any that dared get in my way. One struck at my flank, but I spun and parried the blow, removing its hands in the process. Another zombie leaned in to bite, but a quick shift and slash of my blade left its head rolling on the stone floor. I wasn't acting on thought or even strategy anymore. No, my movements were based on pure instinct, a need to survive, a need to kill. I was losing myself in the battle. I was becoming something else. I was awakening the Slayer. The zombie on the left lurched forward. Instincts kicked in. Parry high, then shift the blade and pierce the eye socket. Remove the blade and swing to the left. Strike the soft part of the skull, then push through and impale the creature behind it. 2 approaching from behind. Turn. Double strike. Then use your momentum to lunge forward and down a third. My movements were precise and deadly, skills flowing into one another like a beautiful dance of death. The undead fell to the ground in lifeless heaps as I made my way through the chamber. I was showered in congealed blood and experience points, though I hardly noticed either. I could only focus on one thing: the thrill of the battle. The kill. My HP bar that rounded my vision was barely visible. Still, the horde continued to come. If I continued to fight, I'd surely join the dead. I turned towards the exit and shoved my sword forward, piercing the midsection of 2 zombies. As they fell, one of the defiled creatures latched onto Nevermore and ripped it from my grasp. I reached to summon the blade back to my hand, but the other zombies arrived too quickly. One of them latched onto my back, then another. They pressed their weight into me and forced me to a knee. More began to pile on. My muscles ached. My health bar blinked precariously low. "No!" I yelled, my voice savage and raw. I forced myself up, throwing the zombies to the ground as more made their approach. The thrill of battle coursed through me. I wanted to slay them all. Unfortunately, that would mean my death. Instead, I channeled that energy, focusing it inward. I looked to Keldon on the other side of the gate, marking him with my Slayer's mark. Then, using everything I had left in me, I shadow shifted. Keldon seemed honestly surprised as I phased out of the chamber and appeared behind him, a bloody and beaten mess. What likely surprised him even more was my perfectly placed fist that came soaring at his face. I was certain it was the best punch I'd ever thrown, landing flush on his cheek and knocking him back a few feet. He looked at me, his stupid grin replaced with a look of utter shock. Damn, had his eyes gone wide. It was my turn to grin now, face caked in blood, armor torn and in shambles. I put my hand out, summoning Nevermore, not to fight with, but to use as a support to hold me up. Regardless of the blade, I began to fall. The sword slipped from my bloody grasp. My knees buckled as the thrill of battle began to fade. I hit the floor with a resounding thud, indicators blinking in my field of vision, warning me of my impending death. Acting on those would have been a wise decision, but I had absolutely nothing left. I'd left it all back in that chamber amongst the piles of the dead. Instead, I laid there on the cold stone of the tunnel and let everything fade to black. All right. That was a fucking intense chapter, dude. Was that
I know
was that a whole chapter, or was it just like the end of a chapter, or what?
that was just one chapter, yeah. About a little less than a quarter way in, so.
Man, the writing's really good. I'm impressed. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed that one, make sure to head on over to Amazon and pick it up. I'm gonna sound booth theater section on us again. The Slayer Aethergate. How are you pronouncing it?
I pronounce it Aether.
Okay, Aethergate Online, book 1. And do you have book 2 already planned out? Is that coming soon?
Book 2 will be out in November. I actually have a book coming out in September called Hero Hunter. It's a superhero lit RPG.
Superhero lit RPG, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of based on X-Men Legends.
Okay, X-Men Legends, all right.
Yeah, kind of like the leveling system on that a little bit, so.
Nice, okay, so, and then you have 2 other books. You have Realmbound is the other series?
Yeah, it's a reverse portal fantasy where portals to another world are opened all over Earth, and there's kind of like a cataclysmic apocalypse with dragons and orcs and everything invading.
That sounds fucking dope.
Thanks.
I think that did I read some of that earlier?
Yeah, you read a chapter of Sword of the Scion last year.
Okay, Sword of the Scion. All right. So yeah, go support Mr. Darren Hultberg Jr. if you liked what you heard, guys. And sorry.
Yeah, thanks for the narration. So.
Oh, of course, man. Thanks for requesting. Thanks for getting your fans over to vote for you. And yeah, get the fuck off my stream, man. I got more people to to read for.
Peace.
Later. All right. I hope you guys liked that one. I actually had fun. So, yeah, I would recommend that one to you guys. All right. So, what are you guys talking about here? Definitely. Oh, thanks, Ray. All right. So, our next read is for Mr. Jonathan Brooks. He says he's watching, but he has no computer with a camera or microphone, which makes me a sad panda. Is he? Can you say something to us here in the chat at least, Mr. Brooks? I feel like because of the delay, I feel like it's a séance, you know. Jonathan Brooks, please let us know that your presence. Let us feel your presence. Give us a sign. Progress has stalled on what? What do you mean? Yeah, I guess he's not here. He's gone missing. So you guys, call the police or something, because Jonathan Brooks is missing. But I guess we can just wait, he's saying something in Facebook. Maybe he can't figure out how to get in the chat on YouTube. T-shirt. What are you talking about, T-shirt? Man, I don't know what a T-shirt is. Okay. Oh, here we go. I don't use YouTube very much and don't know where the chat is. Okay, so I can still see him talk to me through Facebook. Jonathan, give me some character direction. Wait, let me look at what he sent first. Here's the PDF. There's a bit of foul language. I already love it. So do we have any female characters in this one? Jonathan Brooks, tell us, is there a female character? There's a delay, so we gotta wait. We gotta wait for a second for him to respond. Yes, he says yes. He responded. It worked. The air guide is female. Okay. Let me go summon Annie then. The AI guy. The AI guy, not the air guide. I'm gonna summon Annie and also get a drink. So I'll be right back, y'all. Yes. We need a computer voice.
Are you gonna put me in here?
Yes. Okay. Oh wait, this is not where that goes. Okay.
So many balls in the air.
I know. Pancake Brigade that. Can anyone tell me where I got that password? Such a satisfying sound, right?
Did you get it from the grocery store? Did you buy it at Price Chopper? The password.
I didn't. first? Oh, wait. I think it'll be all right.
Which side is which? Left.
This is, yeah.
Okay.
All right, is she on there? Is this working, guys? We got like a crazy feedback thing going on. Yeah, there she is. Let's go.
Sounds kind of cool.
Okay, it stopped.
I still hear it.
No.
I still hear it. Still here. Still here. Still here. Still here. Still here. Still here. Still here.
We're gonna die. Okay. That was the trippiest thing that ever happened. All right, can you still hear me, Annie?
I can't hear you.
Ah, shit.
There's these headphones right next to me.
Okay. So, hit the mute button on the laptop.
Hit the mute button.
Yep. It's not even a button. It's a soft key. It's over. It's nope. No. Turn those back on. It's up there, like above the keyboard. Oh fuck! I can't even.
What?
Now can you hear me? Oh, you're muted. You're muted. Yes. Now can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, guys, that was a little bit of an ordeal, but it was worth it.
That has
All right.
to be proven.
Jeff trips stream over. Yeah, that was very close. I almost did trip and stream over. Okay. So that's a large mug of beer. It's not. It's just tea. I left the Lagavulin. No, wait. The Lagavulin got eaten like completely at the party, which that makes me feel good. Everyone was happy with that. And yeah, that's it. Of course she is. All right. Let's see. Now.
I can't seem to hear what the other people are saying.
That's because it's in the chat. So,
Okay.
and that's by design.
Durr.
It should be a secret to you. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send you the script through our little chatty chat. Okay, let's see here. There it is. Download. Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll just give you the almost got it. Come on, mouse. Wake up. I can't see it. There it is. There it is.
There it is. It's right there.
I have to wiggle it around.
Wizardry.
Yeah, it's total magic. Bam.
Oh, it's magic.
Okay, so you can use the mouse to control that too.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Now, Jonathan.
Congratulations. Jonathan,
we need you. Well, you know what? I think we'll just figure out who you are. I think Alana is your name. He asked whether or not he could leave this planet. Who's talking there? What really got her? Okay, it looks like this is third person. Perked up her movements, more animate, and her voice heavy with Milton was enthusiastic. The fact that it might, to get that point, deter Alana, as they were essentially immortal. Okay.
I'm playing Alana and a computer.
I thought Alana was the computer.
Okay.
Because
Well,
she's all capsed. Let me see if our seanced soul is telling us what to do. So I'm gonna steal the mouse from
I
you real quick.
didn't want to lie to her, but he was ashamed of his squirrels when.
Okay.
Okay. Alana looked unconvinced.
She is the one with the foul language. Alana is the one with the foul language, and she's the computer. I think Milton is the MC. Sorry, guys, we're trying to get this worked out.
Is Alana's voice the one in caps? Or are there other parts that are Alana talking? Because I can't quite tell here. Alana looked unconvinced, but that was the best she was going to get as far as an explanation. Okay, whatever.
We're waiting for Jonathan Brooks to tell us, the author.
Okay.
Alana's the guide, and the computer is an internal message system.
Alana's a guy, Kay.
Guide.
Guide. Alana's a female guide?
Yes.
Am I playing Alana and the computer?
Yes.
Okay. Guide. What's her story? What's she like?
Let me see if he gave us more info in the actual email. Okay. There's a bit of foul language from the AI guide, so hopefully that doesn't disqualify it. Of course not, dude. That makes it even better. Okay. Alana's the guide, and the Okay, so you know what? I want to show you the cover of this book. So I think Alana's the one with the big booty here. I'm just gonna guess.
Okay, that still doesn't tell me that much about her character.
Well,
the delivery.
It tells you maybe where you can get where you can center your character.
Mm-hmm.
Right? In that big booty. So all right. Let's just try this out. Jonathan Brooks is he is totally in the spirit world, and it's taken him a while to type things, so we're just gonna wing this.
Spirit world. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Excerpt from the Station Core. Jonathan Brooks. Oh yeah, you can steal the mouse back.
Okay.
What really got her? No, that's wrong. What really got her, if not excited, then at least interested, was his question about space travel. He asked whether or not he could leave this planet, and to his disappointment, was shot down immediately.
That's me. However, that doesn't mean you couldn't create a ship capable of spaceflight if you were able to acquire enough materials. Plans for many types of ships, as well as uncountable number of other things, were uploaded to your processing core. It might take centuries, but it would be possible. And then we could find out what happens to the collective.
All right, let's maybe try that one again. Let's get
That is awesome.
Oh shit. Okay, that was the most stilted, awesome thing maybe ever. Let's try. Okay, let's try maybe. Let's try one more time. Maybe darker, like, but like in a attitude way.
Okay.
Like give us some attitude and maybe less retardation. Just a little bit less.
I'll do what I can.
Okay.
However, that doesn't mean you couldn't create a ship capable of spaceflight if you were able to acquire enough materials. The plans for many types of ships, as well as an uncountable number of other things, were uploaded to your processing core. It might take centuries, but it would be possible. And then we could find out what happened to the collective.
He could see that this goal, this purpose, was what she needed. She perked up, her movements more animated, and her voice heavy with enthusiasm. Milton wasn't enthusiastic about searching for the people who had kidnapped and essentially murdered him, but apparently still had a lot of time to decide. The fact that it might take centuries to get to that point didn't seem to deter Alana, as they were essentially immortal. It was a new experience for Milton, however, since he was used to his lifespan consisting of perhaps a century, if he was lucky. It was going to take a while to get used to the fact that he wasn't going to die from old age. In fact, he didn't even know if he could die. Another question for Alana. She told him that unless he was subjected to extremely high temperatures, like being dropped into the sun, he would continue to function indefinitely. With said sun peeking over the treetops, he continued to pepper her with questions before he was interrupted by movement detected by his sensors. About 25 feet away from him was a small, squirrel-like animal nearly the same height as Alana, with a bushy tail that was steadily approaching with determination. It was obvious to Milton that he was its destination, and he freaked out. "Get away! Help! Stop it! Alana, do something!" His words had no effect on the small creature, who started bounding in his direction. Suddenly, he could hear something move on the outside of his shell, and a neon blue laser shot out of the core, hitting the squirrel right in its face. In mid-leap, the bloodthirsty attacker froze solid and fell back to the ground as a chunk of ice. It landed on a rock protruding from the ground and shattered into about 100 pieces, scattering around the area in front of him.
Congratulations! You have defeated Bloodthirsty Squirrel. You gain 1 experience. Current combat level 1. Experience 11 out of 250.
Alana was silent for a minute as she recovered from his sudden aggressive action against, at least what she considered, a poor innocent creature.
Wait, is that me?
That's you.
Okay, care to tell me what that was about? It couldn't have hurt you, so there was no need for that.
Milton didn't want to lie to her, but he was ashamed of his fear of squirrels. When he was 6 years old, a squirrel somehow got into his house, made its way into his room, and attacked him when he was sleeping. Attacked might be too strong of a word, as it probably just wanted to get out of the house and was running all over the place, but his 6-year-old mind thought otherwise. To this day, he had an unnatural fear of squirrels and avoided them like the plague whenever he saw them. "I'm sorry, I just really don't like squirrels, and I thought he was going to attack me, or something," he sheepishly replied. Alana looked unconvinced, but that was the best she was going to get as far as any explanation.
Okay, whatever. At least you now know how to use your last-ditch personal defensive measures now. They are activated by your own sense of danger, attacking anything you deem needing protection from, even if it's a cute, harmless squirrel.
Ignoring her last comment, he asked, Forget about my reaction for a moment. Why was it attacking me?" For the first time, Milton heard a short laugh come from the diminutive woman.
It wasn't attacking you. If you hadn't been such a fucking pansy, you would have seen that it was probably just exploring and was curious at what you are. Attacking you.
And a freaky change in her voice, she mimicked his voice exactly and started pretending to be attacked by squirrels. Help! Stop them! They're going to kill me with cuteness! He was finding it harder to keep his cool with her mockery. Hey! There's no need to call me names or make fun. Anyway, I said I was sorry and I overreacted. Give it up already. Despite what you say, it really did look like it was coming for me. If you could put aside your doubts for a second, can you think of any reason why it would? Alana continued to laugh to herself for a couple more seconds, to Milton's rising annoyance, before she composed herself.
Keep your panties on. This will take just a minute. I'm going to run a diagnostic of your core. Maybe you landed on its tree or something it was going nuts about.
She snickered for a moment at her own joke, before she went vacant-eyed as she looked at something he couldn't see. Although he was glad that her... Although he was glad that her attitude had improved from her previous funk, he wasn't sure if this was an improvement. At least for him. Her personality will take some getting used to, especially if we're going to be together for a long time. The way he saw it, if they couldn't get along, it was going to be a hellish couple of centuries, or even, heaven forbid, millennia together. Excuse me. His musings were interrupted as she exclaimed,
Shit on a stick! That's not good.
Although he was an adult, he was never one to use a lot of foul language and didn't really like it when other people used it willy-nilly. Willy-nilly. This aversion was instilled in him when he got caught using a number of four-letter words around the house when he was 7. Instead of the old-school wash your mouth out with soap or new-school time-out methods, his parents took his gaming system and TV away from him for 6 months. They threatened to take it away permanently if they heard anything like that again, which to this day made him averse to cursing. Some things just seemed to stick with him, not unlike his scuriophobia. Scuriophobia. What's wrong? And try not to curse when you tell me. I don't care for it.
I'm sorry if I disturbed your delicate sensibilities, but this is no time to be a fucking pussy. Your 0-point energy reactor was damaged and is leaking radiation like a goddamn sieve. We need to fix it if we're ever going to get off this fucking planet. Otherwise, we are up a shit creek. The only way we can do that is if we can create enough tritanium to slowly repair the reactor. Even then, it could take centuries to get you back up to the power levels needed to create and fly a ship.
And that's it. That's the sample. I'm kind of mad that it's over already. I was getting interested. Oh shit,
I want to do more robot voice. Robot voice is my favorite.
It's very fun to do robot voice. You're particularly good at it. Let's see.
Because I'm a robot.
She has okay, so finally Jonathan Brooks was able to reach us through the netherworld.
Yay!
Says she has a seductive voice but with attitude, so you nailed it.
Oh, good.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jonathan Brooks. He's still trying to communicate with us from beyond the grave, as I can see through these ellipses bouncing on Facebook. But for now, I'm just going to pimp him out just one more time. Go check out Jonathan Brooks's. All right, it's the Station Core, a Dungeon Core epic. And I'm going to screen share one more time. And we're all going to die. The Station Core, a Dungeon Core epic.
Awesome.
I know, right?
Infinity Mirror.
Yeah. By Jonathan Brooks, and it's got a lady with a big fat booty and a squirrel next to her, and they're in the fucking Who forest or some shit, and there's like an egg. I don't know. I think
you're doing a good job of pimping this out, Jeff. Real good job.
Look, I'm just saying buy it because of all these elements that I listed.
It's true. These are all compliments if you cannot tell.
Thank you so much, Jonathan, for requesting. He loved it. Thank you.
Oh,
And
good.
thanks us both for narrating.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this mouse is going.
Thanks for having me.
All right. And now it's Annie's turn to narrate. You remember Lise? Lise Eclaire?
Yes.
It's her book. So let me find it so that we can switch spots. All right. You ready to tread?
We're switching spots.
Yes, but don't trip like an idiot like me.
Watch. What's happening?
Oh, you already put that.
Yeah, they weren't just. I was just listening through the speakers. They
Oh.
wasn't even working.
Okay.
Okay.
What's happening now? I'm the last to know, as per usual.
Okay. 1 second. Let me fix this up here. Connecting. Connecting. Yay! I'm connected. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Good. All right. So let me see.
Am I looking
to get to the
something
chat
on
here.
Kindle or on the?
Yes, the Kindle. The Kindle. Uh-oh, you broke it. Just swipe. There we go. That's it. Okay. We haven't tested the keyboard again yet. Hold on, I'm just keeping up on the comments here. Oh wow, there's like people have been having fun here. D&D 3.5 is the best. Where'd that come from? Oh, we had a volume overload. Sorry about that, guys. Best space hamster ever. I wish we had voiced it. Aw. I'll say it here, as I said in Discord, both Jeff and Annie are cute as heck, says Professor of Death.
Aw, thanks, Professor of Death.
I
really like saying that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Professor of Death, you're such a sweetheart.
Let's see. Don't spill your tea. Jeff's so serious. Okay. Damn, he got a haircut recently. You guys are keeping track? Jeez.
Did somebody call you out on your haircut?
Well, is that a call out?
I mean, not in a bad.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean anything by that.
Yeah, thanks.
That's a good haircut.
Thanks a lot.
He got his haircut in New York City.
I did. And the dude was a fucking ninja.
He was.
It maybe took 7 minutes. And my hair, I mean...
You couldn't even see the guy's hands after we got started.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, my hair is just so ridiculously thick. And it was long and unwieldy. And I was afraid for him for having to deal with it. But he he handled it like a pro. And it was like just like that, you know. He
like a pro, as if
like,
that were his profession.
As if, yeah, it was a lot like that.
Yeah,
a lot like he got paid to do that kind of thing
every day for several hours.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a good haircut though.
It was a good haircut. Some people who get paid to do that every day for several hours still aren't good at it.
Yeah, I agree. Like the people that I go to almost every time here in Kansas City. So.
Yours or mine.
Say again.
I said they're not good at it, and I said maybe it's just, maybe their tastes differ. In all fairness, maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Just a matter.
Maybe. Okay, so before we move on to this next request,
I just want to remind everybody who's on here that you should go to the Sound Booth Theater Live Facebook group to find the Discord. Actually, let me just get a Discord link. Oh shit, maybe. Yeah, I'll go to Facebook. That's not going to help me. Here's the disc. No, that's not Discord. Here it is. No, come on now. I want to invite you guys. I want to invite you guys to my party here. It's here in the chat. Bam. So go check out our Discord. It's if you like watching us narrate live, if you like this, then you're gonna like Discord as well because it's more unscheduled. It's not just me. It's also Justin Thomas James, and he's on there sometimes. Hopefully, when Lori stops having her laryngitis, throat AIDS thing going on, she'll be.
No.
Yeah, I know she's got throat AIDS.
That's
It's
the
terrible.
last thing you want to get as a voice actor.
I know. So she can't do any streaming yet, but I'm hoping she'll be better soon, and that she'll be able to do it as well.
She got it from Planet Kill.
Oh, she's not narrating Planet Kill. She's a completely different narrator.
That's right. It got
Is doing
that
someone else. The new girl.
It's gonna be exciting. I'm interested in hearing her rendition of it.
Yeah, me too. And let's see, Andrea Parsno started on our Discord channel, but she started her own. We've had, let's see, Annalise Renee do narrations there too, and Josh. Gosh, let me remember his name. It's a weird A name. 1 second, guys. I'm a terrible name remember person. Oh no, Veraces. Josh Veraces is also on there, and he's got a British accent, and he does a pretty good job too. So yeah, come hang out with us on Discord, and we'll talk to you. We'll read bedtime stories to you when it's noon, and yeah, that's all I really had to say until and now it's time to get back to narrating. Now, Lise Eclaire, however you pronounce her name.
Lise.
Sorry, Lise Eclaire.
Claire, I don't remember. I remember it's Lise because it took me forever to get it.
Yeah, it's Lise. She's actually the person who suggested we start that Discord. So
cool.
Yeah. So thank you, Lise, for being such a good suggesterer of things to do. And she also brought Bonnie Price, I think, or I think no, Bonnie knew about it from the Facebook post. Bonbon, yeah. So, yeah, very awesome presences on our Discord channel. Well, anyway, so Lise has, I think, 2 different things on Royal Road Legends right now, and this is one of them. We already read. Let's see. I did a female narration of it a couple weeks ago. There's one of her other stories, but I think Annie's going to do a better job as a female narrator. My humble opinion.
If there's any man who could beat me out at it, it's you.
Thank you. So yeah, let's get going on this. Jeff invented professions tonight. Okay, so we're starting on Rush to Level 0. That is on Royal Road Legends. And by the way, guys, for everything that we've read today, all the links are in the description below.
I'm not sure that I'm it.
Uh-oh. It looks.
I just click on the. Sorry.
Yeah, you can zoom to make it a little bit bigger.
Okay, just go.
There we go.
Okay. We're starting at the beginning?
We are starting at the beginning.
Oh, this thing is so tiny.
I know, I'm sorry. It's just, well, maybe we can get the iPad in there.
What I'm gonna
Wait,
do is
the iPad's in there, right?
Yes, actually.
Hand me the iPad. And that'll be bigger. So let's see what direction Lise has given us. First, the blurb. Oh, the iPad's dead.
Okay, it's okay. I'll just take it off of the thing and kind of like, I'll put it close to my face, like
Okay,
the old lady that I am.
there we go. Okay. Equipped with nothing but a promise and Era triggered an event that shouldn't occur. From that moment, dark web hackers, information brokers, and secret technocults plagued her as she raced to find the hidden clues and to complete the challenge before time runs out.
I'm sorry,
closer
but I
she got-
have no idea where you are. Sorry.
I'm at the blurb.
Okay, I had started at
Where you
the
saw the picture.
Okay.
Okay. The closer she got, the more it becomes apparent that reaching the hidden level was merely the beginning. All right, characters. Sarah, protagonist, female, woman in her 20s. Female woman in her 20s. University student who works as a gamer and cleaner of wearable devices. No identifiable accent. Okay. Twinkle, AI companion in the form of a kitten.
Oh.
Childish, cartoony male voice. Full of cheer. Previously, Sarah just max leveled her character in Vesperia, a fantasy VR MMO, causing a hidden endgame boss to appear and suddenly attack her. So we're starting on Chapter 2, the 100 level quest. Okay, so you're running. You're going to start this off running. So thank you, Lise Eclaire, for requesting your Railroad Legends book. And let's get this going.
Okay. Okay. Twinkle, 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 what can I get from the market? The market, I yelled, sprinting away. My quick travel capability was disabled, so my only chance to get the boss to stop chasing me was to reach the end of the zone.
The game's not letting me access your inventory,
the AI companion said.
Market transactions are also blocked until the end of the level up sequence.
I tried to open my inventory manual. The request was ignored. Not that there was anything in it that would help me against a boss level monster. I had instructed Twinkle to sell off everything that wasn't equipped and stock me up with lures. The fact that the system didn't even allow me to access it freaked me out slightly, and that wasn't the only thing disabled. I couldn't open the escape menu. Twinkle! Report a bug! I checked my debuff. Its cooldown hadn't budged. Sorry, I haven't gotten a good tactic down for reading these words yet.
Do you want your glasses?
Yeah, let me try that. I'll get them, unless you somehow magically know where they are.
Please hold. I wonder why it doesn't switch over to mine. Maybe it's because it constantly has both of us. How's that? Now is it going to switch to mine? So weird. That's kind of trippy. They're moving at slightly different times.
I'm Jeff. I play with dwarves.
I don't know what that is, which is kind of odd.
Yeah, she needs her glasses. She was squinting like crazy. She looked like me.
Huh?
You found it? Where? I thought I had you guys. Oh, it's over here, of course. Derp. Oh, night, my eyes. No, bark, bark. The Twitch stream is not active. I'm sorry. Dude, it has been forever, Jason. Dude, Jason, you need to join our Discord. There we go. When I see her with her glasses on, my heart skips a few beats.
These are actually driving glasses, and I'm not sure why they help me with reading, but I guess it's just because my eyesight's just bad all around. I don't know how that works scientifically. Okay.
Is that better?
It is.
Good. Okay, start from Twinkle. Report a bug.
Okay. Twinkle, report a bug. I checked my debuff. Its cooldown hadn't budged. Apparently, the level up had blocked my abilities as well. If I hadn't been fast enough to cast my buffs beforehand, I would have lost them for the fight. Luckily, there was a positive side to it as well. With all abilities and cooldowns being frozen, my protection would remain until I logged off.
Report sent. A bug ticket has been issued.
Twinkle's voice sounded annoyingly cheerful.
A community manager will get back to you once the after the level up sequence is over.
Of course they would. I glanced at the golden dragon as I kept on running. He seemed to be following a pretty standard attack behavior. 3 ranged attacks followed by a swoop down for a melee attack. It was impossible to determine the pattern, other than the ranged attacks were always elemental. Another wave of fire went through the field, burning away what was left of the tall grass. The whole place had become a barren arena at this point. I grabbed one of my daggers and threw it at the dragon. The blade zipped through the air, hitting the creature in the wing. A loud roar shattered the air, wreaking havoc on my audio settings. Sorry, I never use this thing. Oh my god. Got you. Finally, something had gone my way. The attack had probably dealt 20 points of damage, but that was never my intention. I now knew the boss wasn't immune to physical damage. Also, there was a second unexpected benefit. The attack had made the dragon's health bar appear in a fraction of a second. The glitch within a glitch. I smiled. The bug was well known. A year back, it had a huge story on the gaming forums, leading to pro players making a giant fuss. It had been revealed that some games, Vespera included, used a severely outdated cutscene system, leading to characters receiving damage during game cinematics, which in turn led to the health bar popping on screen for a few frames. Most people hardly noticed it, but for the small, elite hardcore gamer community, the crime was unforgivable. Some even went as far as to start petitions to fine those responsible. At the time, I hadn't cared one bit, but I was dead certain that the developer has been too cheap to patch the glitch. Twinkle, did you catch his health? Twinkle, did you catch his health? I shouted, taking a sharp left turn.
Sure did, Sarah. The maximum health was 500. Your attack caused 30 damage. That would indicate that the dragon has a natural armor of 20.
20 armor? There had to be a mistake. A 10th level character would have more armor soaking than that. Not to mention, the overall health was ridiculous. 500 was an exceedingly small amount for a 90 level monster, let alone a hidden boss. Leaping into the air, I spun around and threw another dagger. My weapon hit the target straight on, burying itself into the creature's head. Once more, the health bar flickered, showing 440 points remaining. I could feel my heart skip a beat. A glass cannon? The final boss of the game was a glass cannon? I'd beaten up stronger trees. The only thing that made it so difficult was the astronomical ranged damage and the total ability to freeze. Twinkle, set up 2 more cameras. I was already planning my course of action. I had 4 more daggers, which meant I could reduce the dragon's health another 120. Throwing my secondary weapon would add another 80. That left 340. Under normal circumstances, I could do with a 5 combo strike, but there was no guarantee dual attacks would deal bonus damage. To be absolutely certain, I'd have to pull off an 8 combo strike before the dragon had a chance to attack with its claws. Not impossible, though not terribly easy either.
Sure thing, Sarah.
Twinkle sounded a bit far off.
Same settings as before?
No, give me a countdown from 10. Then have the news ones follow me on both sides. Keep the old one as it is. I held my breath and started prepping. There'd be only one chance, and I had to look my best. To rack in views.
10, 9, 8.
My AI companion began. Another wave of fire passed by. 15 damage. Without the 99 fire-shielded protection, that would have taken a fifth of my life total.
7, 6, 5, 4.
It was everything or nothing time. The dragon had done its 3rd aerial attack. Based on its set behavior, it was about to swoop down in a matter of seconds. I turned around and dashed straight at it. My 4 daggers flew through the air, each landing on the monster's head.
0!
Twinkle shouted.
Go get him, Sarah!
Sorry. Something just popped up on the string that says baggy blouses must-haves.
What the shit? Oh, I think you accidentally touched the ad. Let me see. Fix. Yeah, that was what it was. You just touched the ad. Stupid ads. It makes no sense that there would be a fucking ads on. Oh god damn it! I did it.
You did it?
I just did it too. Oh.
Hey.
I was trying to close it.
Horse walks into a bar. Bartender says.
There it is. There it is. I got rid of it.
Okay. Zero, Twinkle said. Go get him, Sarah. All right. The dragon roared. The moment my secondary weapon pierced its wing, the beast's skin changed from golden to a gleaming black. A ball of ice flew from its mouth, hitting me in the chest. My health bar flashed red. 300 damage? Without my buffs and protection, this would have been 30,000. A one-shot kill. Stay on target, I quoted my favorite movie, then leapt forward. The head was much more detailed than I imagined. Every individual scale seemed sculpted to perfection. They must have spent a fortune getting a team of molders to create it. Now was not the time to admire graphics, though. I gripped both dancing blades and started performing my attack combo. Spin slash, double slash, party, double slash, slash. Midway through the attack, the dragon exploded. What? I blinked. I had barely done 5 strikes, and the dragon was dead. My body shivered at the anticlimactic resolution of the battle. A minute ago, I had been terrified, excited, pumped up to my eyeballs with adrenaline. Now, all I had was a feeling of meh.
Congratulations! You have reached level 99!
I stared at the notification window. This was it? A glass cannon dragon and a message box? Lamest thing ever. No one would pay 10 cents to watch this. The entire battle was less than 5 seconds long. Even if I included the grinding and the spawning, it would be boring as hell.
Way to go, Sarah!
Twinkle cheered as he was programmed to.
I got everything recorded. Want to see?
Just see if you can post them somewhere. I didn't want to be reminded of my disappointment. Suboptimal ad percentage is fine, and as long as they are willing to pay. And see if you can sell off my items.
All items? You sure?
All of them. If I ever played this stupid game again, it would be too soon. Stupid childhood memories. For money, if you could. For game currency, if not.
Sorry, I'm not able to do that.
Huh? I stared at Twinkle's avatar. This was the first time he had refused an order. Was this a glitch? A virus? Had I forgotten to get his latest security update? Explain.
There's a bound item in your inventory.
He opened my inventory window. Most items and equipment had already been sold off in the game's market. The only things that remained were a few useless drops that no one would buy, and a glowing golden present.
It's marked unknown, so I can't sell it, and I can't see it since only you can open the box.
More trash. Most games have an end-of-game trophy. Quite useless, but even that could be sold legal or using legal or semi-legal means. Should I open it, though? After a few seconds of hesitation, I decided to consult the online guides. It didn't take me long to find several forums describing the Golden Dragon in great detail. Strangely enough, there was no mention of its loot drop or an adequate kill strategy. The leading theory regarded the dragon as an unkillable endgame event. Apparently, only one person had managed to reduce its health by half. A few others had reached a quarter and threatened to sue the game publisher for a refund. Twinkle, search the net for anything about the present, I said. I was too tired to do a deep search. It was always nice to have a unique present, but only if I could convert it into real money.
Not a thing.
Twinkle looked at me in his custom confused expression. Originally, that was supposed to be the standard raised eyebrow, but I had bought a grumpy cat patch, giving him an annoyed, pondering look. Do you
want me to try some of the paid sites?
I shook my head. I wasn't rich enough to be gambling like this. Not when most professional gamer guide sites demanded $100 subscription just to view their forums. I tapped on the inventory icon. The golden box appeared in front of me, rising 3 feet from the ground. Whoever had molded it had taken his time. From this close, I could see the intricate texture of the wrapping, gold scales twisted in such a way as to make a flat surface. If it was a game I liked and I wasn't strapped for cash, I would have kept it for myself. Gently, I untied the ribbon. The whole present exploded in a cloud of golden smoke.
Congratulations! You have won the dragon chest of infinite gold!
That's it? I glared at the message box in disbelief. Game currency? This was worse than worthless. I'd have to sell it to a newbie account for a tenner. Gold never was a problem in this game, especially since one could only buy the really good stuff, only with real money. Gold, even if infinite, would at most provide you with an endless supply of potions. Yet, as everyone knew, in-game terms, infinite and endless usually meant 1 million. Just sell it, I waved my hand. 3 hours of my life completely wasted. I hoped the videos I made would be worth something. And the next time you get any promotional messages, the massive chest of gold suddenly imploded, morphing into a golden egg. What the fuck? I took a step back. I'd never seen a reward change before. At this point, there was no telling if this was part of some game design or if the entire ending sequence was buggy as an organ dumpster. Twinkle, what just happened? I picked up the egg. It felt surprisingly heavy. Oh, sorry. Twinkle, what just happened? I picked up the egg. It felt surprisingly heavy.
I sold the dragon chest to the game sis as you asked.
He beamed with pride.
Generous today.
Sorry, your sound did a strange thing. You gave it away? I wanted to scream. You gave away an endless chest of gold for... I glanced at the egg in my hand. This? Is this worth anything?
I don't know, Sarah. The surprise egg is a bound item.
This time I didn't even hesitate, hitting the gold shell with my fist. There was a loud pop, along with a cloud of gold dust, but instead of a gem or item, another message appeared in front of me.
New quest objective. Reach level 100 and enter the domain gateway. Quest expires in 6 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 27 seconds.
A few moments later, the notification disappeared, awarding me 500 experience. I watched as my avatar's experience bar appeared, filling up 1/20th of the way. It seemed perfectly natural, standard almost, if it wasn't for one minor detail. The game wasn't supposed to have a level 100. Dun, dun, dun.
Ta-da! All right. Well, that's the request. And that's pretty much our show, guys. So yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out. Lise, thanks for that request. I actually really liked this one.
Yeah.
Especially the kitten AI.
Yes. I'm a fan of the kitten AI.
Yeah. So I'm anxious to see what else you request from us, Lise. And yeah, Danny got here for the very end. So I guess now we must depart. But first, I want to tell you guys we have another Sound Booth Theater live tomorrow, and that is actually going to be Annie and I working out our voices for A Meritocracy by A.C. Fuller. So definitely come hang out with us tomorrow. It'll be at 5 o'clock again, 5 o'clock p.m. CST. And I will post, there's the Discord link one more time in the chat. So if you guys like Discord, if you've never tried Discord, go check it out. We have live narrations going on in there quite frequently. And especially if you're a narrator, especially if you're someone who's, coming up and trying to get better and want to test what you can do in front of other people, people there in our Discord is just, they're very kind and suggest good things to people who suck. So yeah, come and hang out with us, whoever you are, authors, narrators, listeners, anyone who's into Sound Booth Theater, anyone who's into game lit. You'll have a good time here. So yeah, that's the show for tonight. Don't forget to come hang out with us tomorrow night with AC Fuller. And yeah, see you then.
Oh.
Nope, that's not touchscreen.
Oh my god, it's hopeless. It's hopeless.
Oh, come on, mouse. There.